Hey friends, I'm Karthik. Welcome to my channel. Here, I'll teach you about how to create a simple web page using HTML and CSS. In order to create a web page, we need to know two things: one HTML and CSS. By knowing simple basics, we can create web page easily. So, is it simple to create a web page? It's easy, but you have to know the basics of the HTML and CSS. So now, without time wasting, get into the code editor, do some creative stuff. Here, I'm using the Visual Studio Code editor. Basically, it's an editor to edit our code and to write the code. You can use any editor like Atom, Sublime Text, etc. Here, you can download the Visual Studio Code in the browser by typing Visual Studio Code. And you can install it in your machine. And here, create an HTML basics folder in your desktop and drag into this code editor. And now here you have to create an index.html file in order to write the HTML code. And we have to style our web page. So we need to add the style.css file in order to write our style. And we have to make sure we have to write the basic structure of in HTML so that we can do the web page correctly. In Visual Studio Code, we have an extension called emed HTML. Here, this one is HTML snippets. Basically, these snippets are nothing but it will useful in automatically fill the data. I mean the code h1 h2 like that. So we are using the HTML snippets to create a basic structure. You can hit the exclamatory mark and hit the tab icon. It will get automatically filled. Now we have to write our code between these two tags, body tags. So now I'm using h1 tag. Basically it is the header tag. I mean it will be in big size. You can see here. So hello world. Make sure you have to save this file. And then in Visual Studio Code we have another extension called live server. So make sure you have to download this server, then only our code will be visible in the web browser. Again we have to go to our index.html file, and here you have to right click, and here you can see open with live server. Basically live server means it will convert our code into the web page by converting the whole code. So by hitting this open with live server, here you can see that port 5500 means the page is now visible in this local port 5500. You can see here. See, our web page hello world is now live in the local port. This is the local port address. So in this way, live server is very helpful to live the uh, to. So you can see here, hello world is visible. So now we'll get into the topic. Today I'll teach about how to make simple web page with some basic HTML and the style.css. Basically, in a web page, there will be an structure. At the top, we have a navbar, and the middle one is called body section, and the third one is called footer section. So first we'll create nav section. Here I'm typing nav command, and you can see here emit abbreviation. Emit abbreviation means it will automatically get filled by hitting the tab icon. You can see here the HTML tags are closed here, and in any web page we have three nav links called home, about, contact us. Now in order to create that we have to these three are list type. So now I'm creating unordered list. In order to create unordered list, we have to type ul, means unordered list. Now hit the tab icon, it will automatically fill. Now in unordered list, we have to create a list of 3 items. So now type li, means list, and then hit the tab icon, it will get automatically filled. Now I'm giving the text home. So again we have to create another list tag, about us, and again another one, contact us, contact. So save this. Here another thing we have to observe, once you start live server, it will be live and you can automatically see the output in the web browser. So we now created a nav bar without style. So you can see here, the h1 tag text has bigger size, and the unordered list text is small in size. So this is the basic text code in HTML. Now we'll create middle part of the web page. That one is called, we have to divide the section. So this one is one section and we have to create the division between the two sections. So create a div tag. So basically div tag separates the content between the two elements. So here the navbar is an one content of text, and now we are creating the middle part of the web page. So we are using the div tag, and here in this the div tag we have to give some text in order to fill the web page. So I'm now using p tag, which means paragraph tag. Sorry, spelling mistake. img means image tag. So here I'm putting the image tag. So I'm creating a folder called images. Then you can drag your images into that folder. I simply drag the image, which one you want to drop into that. So here we have to choose the image in the image folders. In order to that, we have to type ./images. So here you can see that while we going back to the folders above the folder, so we are using the ./ and hit the image folder and then the image path. So here save the code and you can see the live. So here we have the p tag paragraph here and the image is visible here again. So here so now we create another section in the body tag in the middle of the web page. Here we can use any if we place our content left side, then we have to use the article tag, and we want to place the our content in the middle of the web page, then we can use a section tag, or you can use the div tag, anything. So here I'm using the section tag. So here emit will automatically get filled by hitting the tab icon. So here the section tag is filled. Here I'm using the another div tag. Why I'm using, I will tell you later. So here I'm using the div tag and I'm placing the text here, paragraph. Below the p tag, I'm creating a button. So in order to create a button, you have to type button, then hit the tab icon. It will get automatically filled. And here use the I'm using the contact button in order to the person will contact to us by hitting that contact button. So I'm creating the button, and then below this div tag I'm again using the image tag in order to place an image. So here in the image folders only one image is there, so uh, I'm choosing another image. So same here, also same, dot slash images folder, then the image name path. Hit that save button. Control S, you can Control S will be automatically get saved. Then by the live server will within fraction of seconds it will get updated and our web page will be updated. So here you can see here. So this is the contact button and the paragraph and the image. So we now just created an simple HTML web page. In order to visible this gray, we have to use the style.css. I mean CSS. What is it by CSS means? CSS is nothing but cascading style sheets. Basically, it will do all the styles in order to make our web page so beautiful and clean. We can do it later, and now I'm using another section to hit the tab icon. It will get filled. And now, so here I'm using another tag, div tag. I will tell you later why I'm using the div tag in the section tag. You can observe in the later part of this video. Here I'm inserting the image tag. So in image folder there are two only images, and now I'm dragging another image. So same dot slash image folders, and then here you can see that teamwork png. And now below that image tag, I'm creating another paragraph tag. So now I just save the page and the document get filed in the live server. So here you can see that the image and the p tag here. So now we will style this web page, and you can see that after styling the web page, it will be so beautiful and clear. So now get start into the style section. Open the style.css folder. I'm splitting this one. So make sure that you'll have no border, no margin at all in the web page. So basically, what mean by border and margin? So here you can see that there is a little space between this uh, top, I mean left side. You can see that space is there. In order to get rid out of this space, we'll style the web page. Here we're using the star. Star means all. So by default, I'm maintaining margin 0 and padding 0. So you know that margin means separating the stuff, I mean border, etc. Padding means inside the elements we have to make the space. So to make visible clearly, you can understand in the later section. So save that. And now I'm starting with the navbar. So basically navbar means it will be the top section of the web page, any web page. So here I'm using the nav tag. So make sure that you use the body tag and then the two brackets. In between this you have to write the code. Now I'm using the box sizing. What it means it will be the total content will be in only box type, box type. So any content or any text will not be out of that area. Basically it will get restricted. So no, any other text will not be in the outside of this border box. So I'm using the border box. The save button, and now go to nav tag. So these all are tags. HTML is nothing but all about tags. So when you know these fundamentals, these are the all the tags basically we use in every web page. So if you know this, you can write any web page, simple web page. Later you can focus on the HTML. You can advance in HTML. Then you will do more stuff related things. An important thing is that you have to be clear in CSS, because CSS is an interesting part and very tough. So in order to make our web page so beautiful, we have to learn the CSS. So now I'm using nav tag on the club brackets. So here I'm using the display flex. So what is it? My display and the flex means here basically here the content is on the row. So this part is nav bar. Here the can we and the home, about us, contact are in the row type, we have to make that column. So here that title and the home, about us and contact will be here. So in order to make that, we have to use the property called flexbox. So here here you can see that there is no change. Even we type the display property as a flex because we made a mistake. Here we not linking the css part into our html. In order to link that, we have to use the link tag. Basically this link tag makes our html and css connection, makes that connection. So here I'm using the same dot style dot here. So, I mean, here the href means we are referencing the document. So I'm typing style dot css. So now you can see that the both are in the column section. Before that it is in the row, now it is the column. We have to make sure that, and in that, while using the flex, we have to justify the content to be space evenly or space around, and make the make the items to be center, align items center. So you can see here how clean it is. So we also making this list to be in column. So we have to use the same property. We'll get into that later. Now I'm using nav and the unordered list and the same property display flex and the justify content space evenly. So here I'm pre-processing the text, means by using the emit extension or html snippets extension, these are all the html snippets, means it will get automatically, you'll get the suggestions in the code editor. So you can use that, but you have to know why we are using that extension, I mean that tag, that property only. So when you know this type of basics, you can create an you'll easily understand the whole process between the web development. Now I'm using, so basically this is over. So now you can see that the three lists are now in column. So we have to make this clear and visible to clear beautiful. So in order to do that, we'll use margin and padding. Now I'm using another list, then the list. So basic why I'm using the another list and list. So here you can observe that another list is here and the list tag the in between the another list. So first I'm using the another list tag and the list tag. So now here I'm mentioning list style equals to so what is meant by list style? You can see here the dots between, I mean, home, about, contact us have the three dots. So in order to get rid of that, we are using the list type none. And now see how beautiful it is. So we will use the margin and padding. So padding means making space in the inside the element. Now I'm using padding. We have to use the padding between left and right, not top and bottom. So here, padding left equals to 30 pixels. I'm making the typo error here. And padding right 30 pixels. So now see here how good it is. So basically padding will do the I can show here. So hit Control Shift I, it will open the inspector tool. Here I'm going to, I'll show you. So basically this is the whole page, and above that we have padding and border and margin. The margin will be the, so basically when you take a page, you'll draw the four sides margin, then the border, then padding means we are adjusting the things so consistently and to look better. Here also I'm doing same. Left and right, I'm given 30 pixels of padding, so these items get space and visible clearly. Now I want to increase my h1 tag in the navbar to be bigger. In order to do that, I'm using the nav h1 tag, and then in order to, we have to increase the font size, so we are using the font size. You can use 30 pixels or 50 pixels up to how much you want to increase. Here I'm using the 1 point, here I'm using 3 rem. So what is meant by rem means relative to font size of the root element. So it will increase the font size. 1 rem equals to 50 pixels, 18 pixels. So I'm increasing 3 into 18. Now saving this, save this one, and you can see the output. Good. Here is nothing happened here. Font size 3 rem. So why it is not happening means I made a typo error here. So font size, and now I'm saving. Now you can see the difference. Yeah, you can see now the difference. So this part is now bigger. So basically it is 18 pixels, and it is 18 into 3 pixels. So 3 times bigger text. So this one is the title, so we have to increase the font size to be bigger. Now another thing, here I'm do style on this div tag. In order to do that, I'm creating a class. Basically, class means representing the whole that thing to be referenced by the name. So in CSS we use references only. Now I'm using the class reference uh, called container. So now I'm using the container reference. So I'm representing the class with dot and ID with the hash. So here we are representing class with dot notation. Now I'm using the same property display flex and justify the content to be center here and align the items to be center and make sure that we have to use the margin above the content, margin top, margin top 100 pixels. So now you can see the difference. So here the whole property is now in the center and that items are aligned center. We have to decrease this image size. So now we'll do that. In order to decrease the image size, I'm using the same reference called container and the image tag in that. So here I'm using the width property. So the note point here, in order to make our images so responsive, so it means what means by responsive means you can see that the images to be very large or very small in that certain device. In order to get rid of that problem, we are using that 50% 20% means the when using your images you have to use the percentage. So when using your percentage, the image will get perfect fit in that the preferred device. So now using I'm now next thing I want to increase my p tag font size. So again I'm using container p tag. I'm referencing the p tag, and now I'm using the flower brackets. So here also I'm using the font size to be 3, right? And I want to increase the width of that 399 pixels. The margin bottom 50 pixels. So now you can see. So now it is clear and beautiful. Now we'll style our next part. In order to that, here also I'm referencing the section with class. So any name you want, I'm using sub 1. So here I'm referencing that sub 1. So now again the same. I want to be that the content to be both side, so face to each other. Now I'm referencing sub 1 and the display property to be flex. Now you can observe the what is the property flex called. So flex will make the content to be face each other, side by side each other. Again same, justify the content to be space evenly and align items center. Here also I'm making the image to be a little bit smaller. So now sub1 image. So here I'm using the div tag and the image tag. Now when we put this image tag in between these two, then it will get error, so the flex property will not apply into that. So we want image and the text to be side by side. So I'm dividing the section, so I'm using the div tag. So you can observe clearly why I'm using the div tag. So you can see here, so this contact button and the paragraph will be one part and the image will be one part. So now we can decrease the image of the sub1. So width again 36%. So I'm using here margin top to be 100 pixels. I want background color to be I want to have an background color to the sub1. So background color, you can give the RGB or any color name you want. I'm using the HX content. So here I'm pasting that. This is the HX value. So like RGB or name, you can give the HX value or RGB value or the name. You can type anything. So now I'm saving this, and our web page will be. So now here you can see. So this section is divided and this section is divided. Now you can see this one so tiny. So here you can observe the image width is not changed. Why? Because I will tell. So sub1 image. So here the section will have only reference to the div tag and the image tag, not inside the part of the div tag. So here I'm also using class. So now this one will be sub2. So example, now I'm using the sub2 image. So now you can observe. So now this image to be similar in size. I'm also increasing the height of the sub1, height to be 60 VH. 60 VH means viewport height. You can observe. So here is not working properly. I don't know because why it's happening. Okay. Sub1 only. Yeah, now it is decrease in size. You can see now it is good. And now we want to style our button. So this button, I'm referencing button. Now button to be background color background color, I'm using the RGB value. You can use anything like red, anything you want. And the border radius to be 16 pixels and width 20%. Height of the button to be 5 viewport height. Margin top, so in order to maintain the space between the paragraph on the button, 20 pixels. And the text in that button to be white in color. So by default it will be in black color. Now I'm changing the color to be white. So now you can see. So now you can see the button is now clear and good looking. So I want to increase this text font size. So now increase the sub to paragraph size. So same font size to be 3 rem, width to be 399 pixels. So here you can see now it is good looking. So now we'll style this part. So here also I'm referencing this section with class called LC 1 minute sub 3. So now sub 3 display property to be flex. So I'm clearing this div tag. It is not necessary. So I'm removing this. So now justify the content to be spaced evenly and the align items to be center. Yes. And we want to decrease the image size, same the process we do in the above section. So sub 3 image width to be 36 pixels, 36%. Okay, and then the paragraph size, font size to be increased. Sub 3 paragraph font size to be 3 rem and the width of the text will be 399 pixels. Pretty much it. Now we completed all the process. You can now see it is a simple web page. This is how we will use the HTML and CSS in order to create a simple web page. Later you can add the JavaScript and more CSS in order to look more beautiful. Here I teach only about the basics, how you can use that basics to create a simple web page. So hope you like this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please subscribe to my channel. Hope you like this. Thank you.